G'day everyone, welcome back. We are back. We're back from the F1. I'll go into that in a little bit, but you can see we've done a few things around the house here, so I'll let you know what's going on here. Right, when we were away, we had some thunderstorms come through, and we ended up with 32.5 mil here and 33 mil down at Henry's place. So it was just absolutely fantastic. It was just amazing the amount of rain that came down. It came down really quickly, so whilst that's not so good for giving us subsoil moisture, it's terrific for filling our dams up. I haven't checked my home dam. We've checked the spray dam. The tank of that's full, so that's good. Henry's tank in his dam's full. Where we were filling with the truck, that is now back up to where we first started. So if you guys remember how far down that had come. So yeah, just absolutely amazing to get that rain. So you might be able to see out in the back there, things are starting to green up. So it means we can now not stress about spray water for a little bit. We can now get a double knock hopefully, so we'll be able to spray these weeds just before seeding, which will be terrific. And yeah, hopefully it gives us a good start to seeding. So yes, we're back. Well, yesterday was the first day back at work, and we did this. So we had Gary parking out here, absolute whiz on a bobcat, and yeah, we obviously moved all the sand that was there to there, so you can see just how amazing that looks. Now we're not finished out the front here, so you can see we've got the rocks. I had to move them out because I had them in the wrong spot, but see how the sand's coming through. And then this morning's job, Henry and I are going to grab the loader and some rakes, and we're going to keep putting some sand around, make it all look nice. Got a couple rocks to add here. They took out the side of the house here with the bobcat with the sand, and then we were able to just come in and place our rocks in to give a nice retaining wall along the edge there. So it means that we can now fit, you know, a ute down here nicely, and we don't have that gross looking bit of sand there that grows weeds. That there's where we had the pipes, so that's yeah, we're going to make some stairs here, some removable steps in case we have to ever change anything. Retic, obviously I got to sort retic out at some point, so retic will come up through there, and it's a whole thing. So yeah, we'll get into that. You probably heard the I've got the fire unit going. So last week, the day before we went, so we didn't have any rain the day before I went, so on Tuesday night, but we had a lot of lightning, and we had a lightning strike actually probably like just there, woke the whole house up, and it did some damage. So it blew up the horse fence plug, so that's the transformer in there. Our aerials, sorry, our air conditioners, they no longer work. We're still waiting for people to come and fix them. And what else? Oh, the gas system on here blew some fuses, so we had to change them. And then I'm filling that up because the pool has got about a foot of sand in the bottom of it. Because yeah, we had a horrible wind that night. The pool cover was basically all underwater because the sand was blown on it and put so much weight on it. So I'm filling it up because I needed a manual vacuum in there, and we use a lot of water when we do that because I just waste the water. I don't recirc, otherwise if you're just sending it back in the system, blocks everything up. So yeah, that's where we're at here. So the F1, how did it go? What was it like? It was an incredible experience. Going to see all those cars was just unreal. Seeing them in person, how loud they are, how fast they are, was unreal. So there was obviously Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3. There was the sprint, the V8 supercars. They were bloody awesome. The loudest car that was there for the day, well, the 3 days we were there, was the Porsches. They were unbelievably loud and very nimble, very quick. But yeah, look, it was a fantastic experience to go and see it all. I'll chuck up some videos so you can see it.
leaving your space. Whereas in America, they don't care. They want you to run people off. It's very different.
Walk straight in the hospital. Now, normally a driver's not really particularly happy when they do that. They just want to keep their crash helmet on. But so Leclerc's fast, and I think Lewis has been reminded of that today. But the Ferrari looks very good as well. So so does the
Norris was faster at the beginning. Piastri was faster at the end of the but it could come again. Possible, so we'll try and make it work. But I'm just going to try and move forward. Obviously, we need more laps in the car. Safety car infringement potentially.
Yeah, no, great experience. The last day it did rain, but that made the race exciting. And yeah, would I go again? I've done it now, so I probably wouldn't, only because it's a lot, like it's very big days. We were there from 8:30 in the morning to 7 o'clock at night. It's long days. Sometimes it's just better just to watch it on the TV with a couple of beers, because you can actually hear the commentators, what they're talking about. They're talking about the strategies of how the race is going, whereas you don't get that when you've got it on when you're watching it, because you're watching them come around the corner and then you've got a big screen that it's 100 metres away that you're looking at the big screen, and you can hear the commentator, but they're not the commentators that do F1 all the time, so they don't exactly know what they're talking about. But yeah, look, unreal experience. If you're into Formula One, I'd definitely recommend going. It was very cool to go and see. It was very, very cool. And now we're back to reality, so back to gardening, and we really need to finish off that Flexi end truck, things like that. We got Cal out spreading the potash because obviously he couldn't get going. We had a harvest ban the day we left because it got to 40 degrees, and then it absolutely pissed down with rain on the Monday. And the bar isn't quite ready yet. They're still waiting on a part. I was hoping it'd be ready by now, but it's not. So yeah, still waiting on a part for that, and then hopefully that'll be ready. I'd like to say the end of this week, but I'm getting a bit doubtful on that. But I hope it's soon. After a sweaty hour of raking some sand and putting it in, we've finished with down at my house for now. So we're going to crack into getting this done, because today is the 19th of March. We're obviously starting on the 7th of April. So we want to make sure that we've got this all going, tested and proven. Now let me show you what we got when Henry went to town the other day. Okay, so in here we have got some taps. Now I'm hoping we've got the right sort of taps. We are still missing one of them. I'm hoping that is in Henry's ute. But this here is, so these are called dry dock taps, and they open sort of like, they clamp onto each other essentially. I can get this lid off. Anyway, they clamp onto each other, and your two taps, you can't open one without the other one being attached. It's got a switch in there that doesn't allow you to open it. So what that means is that if someone's messing around on when filling up, or it's all full, and they go and accidentally open the Flexi end tap, and it starts draining 12,000 litres of Flexi. That can't happen. So that's why I've gone for that. So that means that can't be drained, and the two that will be going onto the liquid cart are the exact same. So it means you can't just open them up and accidentally cover yourself, or say you're hooking, you're disconnecting. It's 3 AM in the morning and you're a bit drowsy and okay, so I turn the one tap off and then you go to take it off, and you can't take it off physically until you turn 2 taps off, and then it means that you don't get a whole bunch of Flexi in. In a tap typically you've got a couple inches of a cam lock fitting, and that's got Flexi in it, so they'll drip all over them, something like that. But what it means is that they just can't, no one can stuff it up. No one can just walk up and just be resting on it or something and then open the tap accidentally and have the Flexi come out. It can't do that. It's a safety tap. And yeah, we've got it on the AgriFact and it works brilliantly. So that's why I've done it on this as well. We are missing one of these taps and also all the other fittings. So there's obviously a bit of confusion when we ordered it all. That happens. So I'll demonstrate it later, but that there pushes in to that on there, and you can, it allows you to be able to, open 2 taps at a time. It'll all make sense when we show you. Anyway, we're going to get on with this. So we're going to get our pipe mounted up, and what we're about to do now is just tack on one there like that, one there like that, and just see how the pipe feeds through. Holding it seems all right, so we're just going to see how that goes, and if it's all good, then we'll go and do the whole lot, and yeah, we'll be cooking with gas. I wonder if it's going to be too harsh an angle.
It's going to be pretty tough threaded through, but once it's in, I don't think we want it really sliding, do we?
No, you don't want it to rub on anything. Do we just, I don't know, do we tack the whole, all of them and then just see? Because, I mean, it should go, hopefully.
So, might just take a
bit of encouragement. Yeah.
Get it through each one, but
oh, let's measure up all these.
yep.
And let's just tack them all. If we tack them all, then you got to pull it out. Let's do 2 more, and then we can just see what it's like.
Maybe they are a little bit close together.
I'll weld that one. That one will go that way. And if I do this one here,
I think we should get there. Easy. Well, not easy, but no, probably the first one.
I think it'll work.
Yeah.
So once we've got it solid, if we stand back, we've got a little bit of our hose dripping down a little bit, but I think that'll work well. We'll weld it solid, It's just while we sort out with the end there. Yeah. Yeah, the best part, we get to take it all out again. Yeah, joy. So, we need to figure out something to stop it from just doing that as you drive down the road.
Hey, maybe get a bungee from there or something.
We've got it on, and what we're trying to figure out now is just a clamping system. We want to make sure that the hose stays in there, doesn't bounce out. If it is full of Flexi, it'll be quite heavy and it'll fall out or whatever. We want to make sure that it stays in place. So what we've got is some, I guess you call it like nylon block. It's for rubbing, things like that. But what it was for is for Henry's canopy, to extend his canopy out depth-wise in order to fit on the Norweld tray. So we're just drilling out one hole at the moment, a 20mm, and it's a 16mm hole, 16mm bolt I should say. Just gonna see how that looks. And then, yeah, the idea is that we'll put that on top like that, and then the nylon block goes, well, the pipe goes in, nylon block on top, and then bolt it down. We don't want to make it too cumbersome so that people can't, or don't be bothered doing it. So, bit sloppy jalopy. The reason we're doing a 20mm hole is we don't have a 16 or 17mm drill bit, but we do have a 20mm step drill, so we're just drilling it straight out to that. The annoying part about all this, we need to remove this hose to test it out, otherwise it's going to melt when I weld on it. Might be alright if I just do some tacks and just see that way, and then after that we'll have to pull the whole hose out. Yep. Went straight between. I think it's helps if we put the earth clamp on. I wonder why that didn't work. Alright, we've got our hose. Throw it over. Easy. Can't come out. If it falls off, it can't come out. Like if it was to fall out of our carrier there somehow. I think I should do.
Yep.
Problem is you have 6 bolts to do, but I definitely think we clamp that one. Do that one as well.
Yeah.
Clamp, clamp, clamp.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle. Last couple of things we need to do before we can strip this all down for paint. Henry's just over there doing the nylon bushes at the moment. We need to put that mount on down there, so we're going to just weld that on here somewhere, and just that way we've got a carrier for this to sit in, because this will have weight on it from now on. We need to get another cable and string it from the back there all the way across, so that that there is all taut and mounted up. And then the last thing we're going to do, we're going to cut this pipe up into little sections. We're going to put maybe 1 or 2 on the truck, and we're going to put 3 on the boom arm here. And what we'll do, that's a bit warm, is if I can pull it out, I'll just use my arm. So we'll have it so that we can lock it out in this position. So we'll have a pole and we just put it in there, and on this one, lock it out at that position there, at that position there, and then at that position there, and then that way we don't need to worry about it being on a hill and it folding itself back in, because it does auto fold, and yeah, just makes it easier for whoever is moving it around and filling up the tanks and all that. So we've got that to do.
Straight
Tell you
line's
what,
gonna
it
be
works
like-
perfectly until I put the next one in.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to square, so, and I mean the only reason I've done this one here is just in case the, I don't know, pulled up for some reason on the weird, I don't know why I've done it that way, to be honest.
That's gonna be like a back of the sea.
Yeah, I wonder if we even need that one.
Probably not. Like,
We'll just lock the one, I reckon. Lock
Sorry?
the one, and then we'll use that one there
yeah,
to lock that in there. And
I
then
think so.
when you're waiting for the seeder, you get your augers out, fold the boom out like that, drive forward. You can't get away from us.
And that way, because we didn't miss the wheel by much, so we
Yeah.
have it locked like that, it'll definitely be like
Yeah.
that, and it'll be able to fold out.
Yeah, we need it folded out to drive in.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
so it's pretty close. And what with the loop?
it'd definitely hit. We'll knock that one off and so we want it so that it goes and lifts up into it. Why can't we have cable that is perfectly sized? As you saw, not an ideal situation. The cable is too long, and it would work going down there, but then we'd end up with it rubbing, and just don't want to do that. We went over to Will's. He thought he might have an eyelet, so we could make our own. Now, when I'm talking an eyelet, I'm talking about this part just here. Now, he didn't, but he did have some small clamps. So what we're going to do is basically get our length of cable there, cut it, cut this cable here, still this eyelet, put that into that cable and clamp it, and then yeah, hopefully that'll work for us. So we'll take it off this one as well. We are going to a much lighter cable, so we'll see how we go. I'm not sure how that might not work in our favour, but this one here, we've got the D-shackle all the way in, so we can't tighten this anymore, which we want to tighten more, and yeah, we want to switch it, so we've got the turnbuckle down here, so we can tighten it down here if we need, or anything like that. So we'll get our first one made, see how that looks, and then we'll probably make this one up here. After more looking and see how it's all going to work, we had the cable coming across here, and it was going to rub on the tank, which is not ideal in anyone's situation. So then we never actually measured it up, doing it from the top to the bottom here, like we just quickly nonchalantly said, because we thought that would rub the paint, everything like that. But we're thinking of doing it something like this. So instead of going like that, which is our first idea, so if we go off the back here, and we've still got that 45 going up there, that angle to the pole up there, and with our D-shackle it should get us our right length, and we're staying with a heavy cable and we should be right. But we'll see if we can swap out the turnbuckle on the other one, because I'm not happy with that one because it's too short. But we'll see if this works. That's what I was waiting for, getting it right up the tush. Ooh. Cable's on and it's tight. So we have been able to keep the thicker cable, which is good. We've got a smaller turnbuckle, but we should be all right on that front. And then same with this one, we took that big D-shackle that was up there and replaced it with a smaller one, so that we've now got lots of room to tighten it up. Because once we get a load, you know, a Flexi end, just even the hose, it's gonna weigh it down. Henry's just cutting the bolts off of the carrier so that we can we need to straighten it out a little bit, and then we can chuck it on here. But I'll push this out and I'll put some weight on it. You can see that instead of just moving the pole like we were last time, we're moving the truck, which is good. Means it's worked. So doing that, the whole truck is moving, whereas last time it was just the pole was flexing. So doing that cable there has worked brilliantly. So yeah, we'll the next mission is getting that on there. We want it so that when it comes in, it slightly lifts up as it goes in, so that I'll get out so you can hear me. We want it to slightly lift up when it goes into its cradle, because that way the weight is held in that cradle, and we'll just put a strap around that. If we leave it to be a little slack, or more of the weight is on the cable, then we're going to start doing damage somewhere along the line there. Some part's going to break. It's just the nature of things. But if we can get it in the carrier and to take the weight off, then it's the ideal situation. We've got a plan to be blowing the Flexi out with air, but if that doesn't work, or you forget one time, you got a whole hose that's heavy, having it in that carrier will be the saving grace. It's quite low. Sorry, well, this is quite low compared to that. How have we? Do we, just because this is, so we don't screw ourselves. I mean, it still should. Yeah, that's much better. And then we'll lift this up to suit. Yep. Yeah, that's much better just laying it down. So I'll weld that up. Yeah, we got plenty of play now. Yep. I'll weld that up, and then we'll adjust that. Send it home. Should be able to just let it do it by itself. We'll see what happens. Perfect.
Poor camera.
Yeah.
Bit of a slap.
Look at that. I used to spray with these things. I know exactly how hard they can they can hit. Right, it's in the cradle there, and you can see the cable is slack, which is what we wanted. So that's that's good. So when we've got a bit of load on, we'll just see how we go. We might even either lower it or just heat that a little bit, just to bend that down. It's just hitting, but that height there No, that's a good height where it is. So yeah. Well, we did a shed tidy up because it was starting to get a bit ratty in here, and now we've got more room for activities. That is nearly complete. Couple more things to do. We need to weld up the trolley, the frame there, whatever you want to call it, the wheel carrier, because it still has a bit of movement in it, and we're going to make some sort of step on the other side so you can get up easy. And as soon as someone goes to try and step up on it, it'll break all the welds, and well, not all the welds, but it'll make it a bit uncomfortable down here. So we're going to do that. We also need to tomorrow we'll probably be doing the 2-inch line, so a 2-inch line into here and into there, so that's for agitation. We're not going to put the 3-inch line on until we've painted it, so on Friday is probably going to be the day that we will well, probably be Henry because I've got the kids' school carnival, but the day that this will be painted, so they'll pull this all out and then wire brush it, get it all nice and clean, and then paint it. So it's all ready. Then we'll chuck the hoses on. We'll get the other fittings for these. We need to measure up the stuff for the liquid cut so we can do that. And then it is nearly ready for a real life test, which will be good. And I've heard from AFGRI, all the harnesses and stuff are here apparently, so hopefully that's operational by the end of the day tomorrow. I'm not too sure when we'll be able to go and give that a paddock test, just drop it in the ground, just have a look. But we will, yeah. I'll update you when I know. So that's the day, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Yeah, hope you've all enjoyed this farming content leading up to harvest, leading up to seeding. And yeah, if you enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we'll catch you in the next one.